little later on.
What's that?
Turmeric. Pinch of turmeric.
Okay.
And again, from the Indian store?
Yeah.
Okay. Never heard of turmeric either.
Yellow powder.
Was it?
We'll make
It's
you
a
a
yellow colored
list.
powder.
Oh,
It's, we'll make you a list of the ingredients. We use this so often, it's kind of like, you know, we don't really think about it much.
turmeric.
It's just,
okay.
that's turmeric. Very yellow.
So it's cooled down a whole lot. Did you increase the heat or is it just...
Decrease the heat.
Oh, you did decrease the heat. Okay.
Or the peanut doesn't get cooked.
Yeah, it's got to cook kind of slowly to get the crunchiness, you know?
Okay.
Because it's raw peanuts, so we put raw peanuts or raw cashews.
Okay.
So it's got to kind of
Right.
cook for a while to get that crunchiness when you eat it.
See, already these curry leaves are kind of like...
I see it's starting to break a little, yeah. So, do you put the Rice Krispies in the skillet, or they just
No.
mix in there with the... Okay.
Yeah, you
I
pour
think
that
it's
into
gonna
there,
pour it in there.
and then you mix.
I got you.
Mix and mix and mix
So
and
the
mix.
Rice Krispie, because they weren't greasy, because they weren't actually boiled in
Correct.
oil.
Yeah.
They just get a little bit of residual as you toss it.
That's correct,
Okay.
right. And then they kind of soak in over time,
Right.
so, you know, you give it 24 hours. It's actually better after you wait for a
You
while.
fry it in oil.
All of it.
Yeah.
That's right.
That becomes too oily.
Because you're the stuff, the little strainer, and it's
Yeah.
cooking, right? Yeah.
The stuff that we make, that you get from the temple
Right.
is actually fried in oil.
Right. Because
This
This
I like this. This is
not
Yeah.
much of oil in
Yeah.
this.
Right.
About like, in the measuring cup, about a half a cup, that's all. A little bit less than half a cup.
Okay.
So in that way, even if it absorbs oil, it doesn't become too oily or...
Right. That's what I loved about the Rice Krispies. You don't have to worry; they're consistent and you don't
Yeah,
worry about
exactly.
dripping it in.
Right,
And so
great.
having it
Yeah.
with milk and sugar, I can...
Yeah. Well, I guess you could do the same thing with like Cheerios if you wanted to. But
Depends. Cheerios are kind of sweet, made out of honey.
ah,
Regular Cheerios, I haven't tried, but the thinner version of cornflake,
yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah,
not
you
the
can do
thicker
that,
one,
right.
with this thinner version of cornflakes, you can make it as you make Rice Krispies.
Okay.
It's just a different, you know, it has
Yeah.
a different
Different
flavor
variety.
to it. You know,
Well, and
different
she loves to
variety.
experiment. So once she gets started,
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
once you get
she'll-
the basic ingredients, you can use it with Chex Mix,
yeah,
you know, different kind of stuff.
For this, you can put raisins, you can put walnuts, and chopped pecans, any kind of
So you
dry
see
fruits
how
you
it's
want.
starting to get a little bit browned on the peanuts, the raw peanuts and the cashews are starting to get there.
yeah.
And you kind of eye it, and once it's sort of, you know, you taste one, and if it's, you know, it's kind of crunchy,
Al
then you
dente.
know it's, yeah, exactly.
Want to taste right out of the stove?
It's hot.
Not me. I'm sure she will. She'll fish one out and set it aside for a second. Then
Yeah, no, I'm going to dig you up
Test it.
one of the spare plants of the curry leaves, because that, you know,
Okay.
each thing has its own little,
Okay, turn off the...
the heat. All
Yes.
okay,
Then goes this
right. And that's the
the
Turmeric.
turmeric.
pinch of turmeric
Yeah.
like that. Depending on
little bit
how
chili.
spicy you want.
Yeah.
So 1, 2,
ಕಡಿಮೆ
little bit.
There you go.
ಹಂಗಂತಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು.
ಗೊತ್ತು ಗೊತ್ತು.
And this,
And that's the asafoetida.
Asafoetida. Okay.
that's a little bit.
Salt and sugar.
You can put salt and sugar directly to that,
Oh, okay.
or you
after.
want...
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, because if you put it in the oil, it'll melt pretty quick in the hot oil. Where if you throw it in when you're mixing it all.
So I've turned off the heat, but
Ah, right. Okay.
the heat is off. And just for a few minutes, see that it kind of... So the chili powder raw taste kind of goes away.
All right.
So we're going to have 3 videos. Well, 2.5 anyway.
Yeah.
In 3 different phones.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we'll send them all to them.
Yeah, we'll cut and paste them or something. We'll figure it out. You see how the oil's got a lot of chili
Color,
pepper-ish,
yeah.
you know, kind of a look to it now? That's what soaks into the...
Smells good.
By the time you put this and toss them together, they fall apart, the whole curry.
Almost a quarter or something, okay.
Yeah, they're almost
But
gone
usually
now.
instead of that, you just fry them and eat it. It's really crunchy to eat and nice. It tastes good.
Now there's a bunch of different types of curry, right?
A lot of them.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say
there's
because was it
hundreds.
the yellow curry or whatever? It's very, I mean, it's the
Yeah,
curry.
There's ones
It's
that,
overbearing
that have a
almost.
cashew and some
Okay.
that have an almond in the background. Yeah, there's hundreds of different ones.
Okay.
Depends on the kind of flavor that you're trying and whatever vegetables or whatever you're trying to mix with it or meats. Yeah, depending on the situation. So
Gotcha.
it's just all proportions of what you want to add to your
There's
mix.
my battery.
There goes your okay. I still
I'm
got
putting salt.
Okay, that's salt. All right.
Salt as per taste.
That's the hard part. You never
You can
know
add
how
salt,
much.
you can't
know.
take out salt, so
Yeah.
depending. I just put a little
We
bit.
only use this when we drink, so salt's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
With wine or something, it's a perfect little
Yeah.
bar nibble food.
Yeah.
It's great.
All right. So the salt is in, and then what's the sugar is the last
Sugar has
piece.
to go, sugar can go later on.
Okay. All right. It's done basically.
So then you pour it in a
At
big
this
bowl
point,
of
here
Rice Krispies.
you hold the thing.
Oh, it's
He has to
a
mix.
two-man job?
He has to mix.
Okay.
Mixing is his job. ಏನು ಹುಡುಕ್ತಿದ್ಯಮ್ಮ?
The big candy.
It's in the.
So you got a big
Yep,
mixer
we got,
like this.
we got that.
And then you got the potato. Oh, you got the potato chip. So the way to get all the mixture out is
Put some Krispies in
yeah,
it.
put some
Put some
Krispies in it, and then
Krispies in.
kind of
Yeah, use it. That's good.
So it
Because
takes out
the-
all the stuff.
There.
So if you don't mix it pretty quick, it'll just clump in the.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
really, but you know. So you just freaking mix, man. And then she puts the sugar on top usually, as I'm mixing it.
Gotcha.
And then when we're done, we usually put the potato sticks
In after, okay.
when we're done.
Because they would absorb too much of the, or they'll break
Yeah,
if you stir it.
Yeah, basically.
Salty and it's
Okay,
it's not really it's not homemade.
gotcha.
So it depends. I mean, sometimes I like the potato sticks, sometimes I don't.
Okay.
It just depends.
So you're just going for a consistent color there when
Yeah,
you're finally
exactly.
done.
Right. You just keep mixing, man. It takes like a few minutes to mix and mix and mix. And as you do, it soaks in. You can see which ones are
Yeah.
kind of soaked in.
You just leave them till tonight
For
or
like
maybe
6-8
tomorrow.
hours, yeah,
It
that
tastes even
it tastes better.
because it kind of soaks and absorbs it.
Kind of
Okay.
interesting.
Well, that's true. A poor analogy, but Pam makes a spaghetti sauce, and she'll spend all day cooking. She makes a huge that will freeze some of it.
Right.
But it's always better
always
like the
better,
third time it's
yeah.
reheated. That's when it's really good. Yeah.
ಸಕ್ಕರೆ
ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಸಾಕು.
And then
ನೀನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ?
and then the
Sure.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡಿ
ಅದೇ ನಿನಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಆಮೇಲೆ.
ಆಮೇಲೆ
ಇವಾಗ ನಾ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ.
So you're not making any for yourself here?
ಏನು?
So, yeah, we're gonna make our own mixer. Super spicy.
That was a, that was a joke. Because there's a lot here, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's our. We'll make our spicy.
The strong, yeah. Well, and Pam will probably end up doing that too, because like I said, she likes really
She likes
spicy
it
too.
spicy,
Yeah.
right, But this you can nibble on. All
Yeah, this was great. I mean, she really enjoyed this too. Like I said, this she thought about when she got up or whatever. But yeah, I was able to, as long as I had something to drink, I could.
Yeah, right. I get it. Hakutiyama, a chips, the potato
ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್
stick.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಲಸು.
Very nice.
See, they kind of broke apart.
Yeah, all the
Curry.
Yeah.
curry leaves. So that's where all the flavor went into the oil. And that's it. 15 minutes and you're done. You can make as much of it or as little of it as you want. Preferably not. Then you make it once and you got enough to eat for
I was going to say, now,
for a couple
how,
weeks.
how long will it keep if you keep it in the baggies? I mean,
Oh.
a month or two? Or?
Oh yeah, easily. As long as it gets stale.
It's so the oil goes rancid or the stuff
No.
goes stale?
Yeah, stale most.
Okay.
Air. If you leave it with air, if you keep
Right.
it in a Ziploc bag,
It can last pretty long?
less.
No air in it. You have to take out all the air. Just
But see the
like
difference
vacuum
between
seal.
Okay, yeah.
the difference between this and the Temple Boon-Day
Yeah.
is that stuff is fried. It's actually like
Right,
deep
everything,
fried.
yeah.
So you know, it's a different, totally different flavor to it, and a different kind of response you get when you eat it.
Gotcha.
Kalso.
And then the key also is that you don't want to pack it while it's warm, because if it's warm when
It
you
becomes
pack it,
soft.
Produce
it gets
moisture
soft.
in it, and
Yeah.
okay.
It's soft.
So you got to let it cool before you put it in baggies.
Couple hours.
Yeah, yeah. So it
If
should
you just
be
leave
like
it on a,
cool.
see, if you leave it in a bowl like this, probably about a couple of hours.
But if you
Yeah.
spread it out, it
Yeah, if you
real
spread it
quick.
out,
About
it'll
an
do it
hour or so,
faster.
about half an hour.
Gotcha. Okay.
Happen to them.
Happen. Let me try.
There you go. It's basically done.
Very cool.
Navrika.
Sake. I think it's enough. It's a good mixture. What? Did I miss something?
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Itch.
I'll get there to the next time.
Hey. Good luck.
It's done.
Okay, I'm going to stop this then.
Yeah, you can pause. Stop it.